Director Robert Davenport, Heath Thomas, President, for allowing Shawnee to utilize this great space. I'm Daniel Shaughnessy, and with me tonight is Monty Porter. Welcome, Monty.
Good evening, Daniel. What a beautiful evening.
God, man, I'm telling you, you sit out in the stands on nights like tonight, and I think people get it when I say there is no better entertainment value than high school sports.
That's exactly right. It's a beautiful night, light wind, the sun's out. It's not too hot up here with the shade coming in, and just a beautiful night. And I'm ready for some football, my man.
What warms my heart is the number of families that I see out attending high school football games, but especially the Shawnee crowd. Always wonderful with the little kids, always wonderful family atmosphere. I love it, Monty. I mean, I used to bring my kids, and I know you did the same.
Yeah, and I think this is youth night, too, at the stadium. It's something that Athletic Director Dax Leone has tried to bring in all sports of this idea of youth night, to bring our kids up from the middle school and from the elementary schools to they're part of what we do here, and I think that's a great way of building community.
Well, these guys walking out to the middle of the field, Monty, Ryan Hyde, Delmone Miller, Jameer Owens, and Dietrich Beavers, all a part of Shawnee history now, and these kids look up to these high schoolers so much, and they enjoy it at the ball field. Tonight, of course, we welcome in, prohibitively, the best team in the state.
I would say so.
And tell us a little bit about Carl Albert, Monty.
Well, Carl Albert is perennially good. They're one of the powerhouses, the blue bloods of Oklahoma high school football. I don't know how many state championships they have now, but they're awash in them. They have, if you look at their junior class, has 4 young men: quarterback Kevin Sperry, Tristan Haynes, Trinae Washington, and I can't remember the other man's name. They're all in the top 200 of recruiting rankings in the nation, not just the state, in the nation. And so they bring in a lot of guys in skill positions. And Haynes and Washington are both really good receivers, but they're being recruited as cornerbacks. And on top of that, Haynes is a speedy kick returner. He's a three-way guy. And then you throw in Xavier Robinson, who is a senior this year, averaging 141 yards per game. His yards per carry, his yards per game, and his scoring all lead the state. He's number 30 in the nation in scoring with 19 TDs. They are a juggernaut, and they are on their lines. They're very disciplined, good scheme on both lines to just wreak havoc in both the offense and your defense. So we've got a chore ahead of us tonight.
Yes, we do, and each week in this rebuilding season is really a chore. Don't you agree, Monty? Last week we go against a tough Bishop McGinnis team. We come away with, less than 250 total yards to their 400, and we actually had negative rushing yards.
Yeah.
We have no opportunity this week for a bounce back. We've got to come out and play on the top of our game. Yes.
Yeah, a game like tonight is a game that you approach. You want to tell your kids they have an opportunity to win every game, which the team does. But the key to tonight is not, again, what we talked about before. They've got to play in themselves. You don't go out there and try to make huge things happen, because when you do that, a team like this is going to make you pay. Play in yourselves and try to make things happen for you. Don't worry about the other team. All you control is the way you play. And it's even more important on a night like tonight. Obviously, you want to play that way when you're playing against teams that are more of your caliber. But tonight it's even more important. They can give these guys a test. We've got athletes too. They just have to believe they can.
Well, it's going to be fun to watch. I know it always is to be out at the stadium. It's rocking in the Wolves tent right now, and we shall see who's going to bust out first. We have a waiting game, it looks like, going on as the clock has counted all the way down, Monty. We should be on the field playing. I'm not sure what's happening here.
Yeah. That W is rocking on that tent right now. The LVES is about to be destroyed, I think.
Well, and of course, Carl Albert, the visiting squad, has not run onto the field yet. They're in their tent as well.
That may be what they're waiting on, to tell you the truth.
Well, I believe that it is, and it's kind of funny. I think we're just in the midst of a waiting game right here.
Over the years, I've been one of the guy lines on that tent over there, and it gets a little wild occasionally, especially if the wind's blowing. But what a night for high school football.
Yes.
This team is in a rebuilding mode, but I truly believe, this coaching staff has them believing that they are next. They are next up. And there they come.
Our Shawnee Wolves.
Lots of excitement for a good ball game.
Fantastic. As the entrances are made and we are ready for some football, the 1-3 Shawnee Wolves against the 4-0 Carl Albert Titans. Shawnee deferred as they had won the toss. They will be kicking off to that high-powered offense.
Yeah, and they one thing you're going to notice about their offense, they run a single back set, pro-style offense. Sperry's really good in the pocket. He can roll out and play well as well. He's got a sharp arm and a quick release. And really, he can throw it to any spot in the field. He's good on the short throws. He's really good on the long throws. But he's really excellent across the middle on crossing routes. And he has body control from each position, but then the running game is what sets it all up with Xavier Robinson. I know we don't like to talk about a real treat when we watch teams that are on the other side, but fans tonight, you're going to see a running back who is one of the tops in the nation, the top in Oklahoma running. Hopefully we shut him down to about 20 or 30 yards would be my hope.
Yeah, that'd be hope, but that would also be a very tall order, wouldn't it, Monty?
Yes, it would.
The only team to really play him close, Muskogee, and by close 43-20, you said they were the only team to have any success against
Yeah, they've
Xavier.
got a really good defensive line, good defensive backers, but what happened in that game, Kevin Sperry took over, threw for more than 200 yards, and I think threw for 3 or 4 touchdowns in that ball game. They're outscoring teams 47 to 13, and Muskogee scored 20 points, and held them to, I believe, one of the teams to lowest at 42. So they really didn't hold them in check.
Understood.
42.
Yeah, understood. Rhett Neese with the kickoff, and it's going to be taken at the 15-yard line, and he will be whistled dead there.
A little slip. That's good break for us. You always want good things to happen from the very beginning.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with our linebacker play this year. I was looking at our leading tacklers. Across those young men who play linebacker, including our defensive ends, those 5 are active constantly. Almost all 5 are averaging right at 10 tackles a game or more. That means they are pursuing and going to the ball.
They're certainly fun to watch. Jason Hare and Ryan High right there in the middle. Somebody else that I've been very happy with in his growth since the beginning of the season has been Williams.
Yes, yeah. He's going to be an athlete. His dad was an athlete. His brother's an athlete. He's going to be an athlete. He's going to come along.
Sperry takes it, and he's going to go deep right away. They're going against Dietrich Beavers to their big receiver. Dietrich brings him down, but it's a big gain of 50 yards.
That was just a mismatch. Mismatch in height. Big man. And that's Trinae Washington. He's one of those 4-stars we're talking about. Big, tall, wide receiver, big body, beautiful pass. But that was really good coverage by Dietrich. He was there, got his head turned around, and the ball was just perfectly placed.
Yeah, he put him down immediately, but he was giving up a whole foot on that. And there he is up the middle, and you can see what he can do. I'd like to say it takes a lot to bring him down, but there were a lot there, and they couldn't bring him down.
Excellent blocking, too, up front. That's one thing you don't want to miss in their schemes is how disciplined they are on the line. Our defensive linemen, I think if we've got to have a chance tonight, they're going to have to learn to plug up, and that means get low, get solid on these guys, and not let them get position. And, again, that's doing those small things that you need to do.
All right.
Power set.
And Sperry looks to go deep. Del Moen on the coverage, and it's going to be incomplete as the ball a little bit underthrown by Sperry.
And just excellent coverage by Del Moen. He didn't give up on the ball. And again, it's those little things. I'm going to repeat this all night. It's those little things we're talking about. Del Moen chose to play the position the way he's been taught. and it kept him in the game. The guy had him beat by about a step, but Delmone kept with the ball and was able to break it up, pass defended at the end. Again, they're running that power set, those two wide receivers, typical pro set, one back. I'd look for this to go to Robinson.
That's where it is, up the middle, and he bounces it to the outside. One-on-one, you're just not going to take him down.
No.
And he jukes for the 20th touchdown of the season for Xavier Robinson.
Yeah, just if you look at the replay on this, it's just not being able to bring him or cover him in space. Good blocking downfield by Washington. That's number 7. But one of the things they say about Xavier Robinson is he has this, for a big back, he's 220 pounds, this uncanny ability to cut hard in space. And you saw it on that run, excellent body control.
Agreed. It almost looked like he wasn't dependent upon the quickness or anything else. It was simply, I know where to go and I'm going to get myself there.
Yes, and that's a 6'2", 220-pound guy doing that. But that's what makes him a next-level back, is he's got excellent body control. He sees the field well, and he's got breakaway speed. So
a minute in, Carl Albert scores the first time they have the ball. Wolves trail 0-7. You're watching Wolves football on ShawneeCTV. We'll be back in a moment. Are you feeling good?
yeah, is that what you're wanting right there?
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly. At McElroy and Owens Funeral Group, your loved one never leaves our care. From your first phone call at the time of loss through final resting, we are with you. Stop by McElroy and Owens for a visit today. L's Jewelry, according to the experts, has everything that you would find in Oklahoma City. Stay home and shop with Shawnee's friendly jeweler. L's Jewelry on Kickapoo.
Is that Dietrich and Delmone back?
As we are back, it looks like Delmone, Miller, and Dietrich Beavers back for the Wolves.
Two guys with good speed, good vision, both of them. They are kicking with the wind, so this might reach back to those guys, and that one going through the end zone.
Delmone likes to get the good field position.
Yes,
He'll
does.
let those go when he can.
You know, we've got some guys run some good stats too. Delmone, he's almost at 90 yards a game, and Dietrich about 90 yards a game rushing. We are no slouch when it comes to offensive production. And again, I think that Jameer is coming into his own. He's had an off game like last week, but you have to expect those, especially against a good defense. I think if he can continue playing with confidence, I saw over at Kid Space Park, I saw he and Delmone the other night when our church was over there feeding. I'll finish this story here in a second.
All right. Jameer Owens calls for it, and there's going to be a flag.
That's
immediately.
Yeah, that's absolutely what we can't have.
Yeah, I didn't see who jumped. Maybe on the replay we can catch that, but
yeah,
it's
just unfortunate that's the way we start out.
Yeah.
It automatically puts us in a position where
there he was.
We're having a hard time competing.
Let's get back. The play, handoff to Dietrich as he makes it around the corner. He makes a few miss.
He got back the penalty yardage.
He did. He got 6 yards on the carry. Dietrich Beavers with a good play.
One nice thing about that play is if you watch the replay, all of our guys, our receivers, were out blocking. They didn't give up on him. Again, it's those little small things. I'm going to say that all night. You have to play in yourself and have to do the things that you've been taught to do. And if all 11 guys are doing that, the chances of success go way up as opposed to a guy trying to not really steal the show, but take it on himself, on his own shoulders to win this ball game. You're just not going to do that.
And another give to Dietrich. This one up the middle, and he's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, that's that powerful defensive line. They've got some really good linebackers, too. One of their linebackers, he also plays tight end. I cannot remember his name. I'll get it here in 1 second, is a big-time recruit at tight end, but he's an excellent linebacker.
Jameer with 3rd down and long. We've got 10 to go. Along 9. They go out to the side. And Keno just unable to hang on to that. We're without Ejon Thomas tonight, and that's going to hurt one of our key skill players.
That will hurt quite a bit. And that was just a bit high, a little bit of nerves, I think, by Jameer, a little bit high to our receiver. And, he probably had some room to run. I don't know that he picked up a first down, but a completion would have been nice for confidence.
Yeah.
Lance Williams back to punt.
Shawnee's kicking game has been exceptional, and the Wolves hit as the ball arrives, and let's see what the call is, because they did drop a flag, so it's going to be interference, I'm sure.
Right.
On the catch.
Yeah,
There's a late flag that dropped, though. He didn't drop it immediately.
He got there just a split second ahead of time. I'm sure, though, they've been told you key in on that guy returning these kicks. He's the young man who's a 4-star. He's a 3-way player, excellent kick returner.
Big number 7, I believe.
Number 6.
So
Washington's number 7, Haynes, is the other guy that plays cornerback, actually being recruited at cornerback. But that first series, it wasn't necessarily a complete wash for us. Dietrich had a good run. We blocked well. I think we're going to have to get, again, leverage up underneath their big defensive line. Everybody wants to talk about – go ahead with that. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Catch interference on that play. We'll move it up 15 yards. You think about Carl Albert offensively, they're as well known for their defenses over the years.
Yeah.
Their defenses have always been top-notch. You're not going to play a better defense than Carl Albert.
Well, Sperry back there again with Robinson. And this time they go up the gut on that little crossbuck. And Lance Williams downfield making the tackle.
Yeah, missed tackle with a linebacker. He was in position, though, so that's good to see. Went for the right spot, just didn't make the tackle. And Toby Gray, I think, was on that. But there's a good tackle downfield. Was that Lance Williams on the tackle?
Lance Williams.
He's constantly pursuing, isn't he? He's constantly going. His motor never stops running. That power set again.
A pickup of 8, 2nd and 2, and now they're going up top. That's your guy.
Yep.
And another good defend by the backfield for the Wolves. That Dietrich Beavers.
Beavers stayed right with him, too. He was with him step for step. He got good body, turned into the pass, was able to, if we watch the replay, well, actually he didn't turn, but he watched his eyes, and as he was watching his eyes, he made contact just as the ball got there. Good defense. It's one of those places, too, where I think you can take some chances. If you're a defensive back, you need to take some chances on trying to hit quick.
Carl Albert runs away from the pressure side. It was an unbalanced line for the Wolves. And it looks like plenty for the first down.
Yeah, short yardage, I have a feeling anything plays to Robinson's strengths, but short yardage certainly would with that size. Just a direct snap to him in the Wildcat set for Carl Albert.
So they get a new set of downs, 1st and 10.
Playing on that short field.
That's Sperry coming to the left side, and that's Dace in there, Dace Shaw. First time we get to call his name this year. Mm-hmm. It's great to see the junior leader back on the field. Yeah,
good play by Shaw, taking him down, tackling him high. What did he gain? Maybe 6-7 yards on that play. You will see Sperry run. When he was at Prosper, Texas last year, he was known as much as a running quarterback as a passing quarterback. He's a lot more pro style this year, but a lot of it has to do with Xavier Robinson. When you have him in the backfield, and they've got a young man coming up, a sophomore, who's probably just as good as Robinson.
Yeah, they turn him over at Carl Albert, don't they? It was good to see Dace out there. He kept his leverage nicely. Beavers with a great tackle. That's Dietrich Beavers. Fantastic tackle in space. We've got to do that. This may go for a first down, but that was a darn good play. You take that on first down, a play on first down, they're at 2nd and 7. Yeah, so keep pursuing. Yeah, in man, he followed him all the way across the field. They dump it out to the flat. Beavers, though, showing his speed and his quickness. Yes, he is. We've got a 3rd down. So early on, we've taken him in the chains, kept him
kept him from the first down. We've got to get a push here.
Up the middle to Robinson. That was Dace with the hit, just unable to bring him down.
And that's one of those things, Daniel, where, they talk about population to the ball. A lot of defensive coordinators talk about population to the ball. And what they mean is when a guy makes a hit, you need to be running towards that so that when the first guy makes the hit, the second guy's there to follow it up.
Yeah.
And that was a perfect case of that. He hit him good, wasn't able to wrap up those big, strong legs. But if you'd had some guy coming over the top or from the side, you may have stopped him on that.
Agreed. First and goal from the 3-yard line. They're going out to the corner and in for the score. Placed well out there.
Yes, it was.
The big number 7, Washington.
And that was good coverage by Delmone. Again, though, just an excellent pass by Sperry. Good body control and position. Washington playing that like a low post, trying to go for a rebound. Just posting his guy out, waiting for the pass. And that's hard to defend. But you defend that, though, by plugging him at the line. That's one way you can defend that, but I notice the coaches right now are playing him off a little bit.
That's going to be up and through.
Good.
As Carl Albert with 6:42 to go in the first, up 14-0 over the Wolves. You're watching Wolves football on ShawneeCTV. Together, we're building community one season at a time. LS Roofing and Construction. From the foundation up, your one-stop shop for your construction and roofing needs. Let Sean and Josh help you. Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen. In before 9, out after 4. Dwight and Darcy, thank you for your patronage to Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen.
Hey guys, this is Sean with Play It Again Sports. We need your help this month to get restocked on a few items, mainly gloves, golf clubs, weights, and benches. And don't forget, we will pay you cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports. We buy and sell new and used sports equipment.
50. Again, program 2295.
Monty, back, and the Wolves trailing 14-0. You've seen some positive things, though.
Yeah, quick start by Carl Albert, but at the same time, our Wolves, we have been in position when we're defending passes. We've gotten some good hits near the line on their running backs and on Sperry. A lot of it right now is finishing the play, and that's a tall order with some of these athletes, but we've got good athletes too. Just keep your head in the game and finish the play.
I liked what you said about populate the ball. Mm-hmm. And we're going to need a lot of that tonight. Yep. That's what is evident. You can really see the size disparity even up here top of the stands between these two teams. Mm-hmm. And it's going to take more than one against these big Carl Albert skill players. Yeah,
we've seen the way that Robinson runs, and he's a load. Do you remember Lydell Carr?
Yes.
I tried to tackle him as a sophomore when he was a senior. Yeah. Played him over to Enid in a scrimmage. Uh-huh. Robinson's the same way. Those big, huge calves and thighs just keep. They're like sledgehammers, and they're hard to wrap up.
The Wolves' offense trots back out. See if we can get through. First step is a first down. Jameer calls for it, and this time he's going to go deep. Well covered out there by Haynes. And there's going to be a flag.
We may get lucky on this one.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know if that was Delmone trying to pull him back from the ball. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I believe it was an interception, though.
He ended up dropping it.
Oh, he did. Did he drop it? Good.
Yeah, Delmone got it out of there.
Pass interference, Titans.
So Good. It was on them. I wonder what they saw because I didn't see that.
The only thing I could think of is you've got to give the receiver a chance to go to his space. And if you slow down in front of him and push him backwards by how you're running, that is you can run a guy to the boundary, but you can't body him while you're doing it. Gotcha. And I'm thinking that maybe he was bodied by Haynes.
But that was another just evidence of the size disparity.
Yes.
You could not even see Delmone over there.
Right.
Behind him. That's the give to Beavers. He goes outside quick. And he's going to get
Positive yardage. Positive yardage. Sorry to interrupt you there. Positive yardage. That's, again, our receivers were blocking. Dietrich stayed with the blocks. I would like to see him maybe try to cut up a little bit. He might be able to gain a few more yards, but he's going to get a feel for this game. Dietrich's a good running back. And that 3 wide receiver set.
Yep, Jameer looking over for the play now. Beavers with 3 carries for 10 yards.
We do have the power set in the backfield, though. They can run a lot of different options out of this.
If you have space to run it.
Yeah, if you have space to run it. You've got to get a hat on those guys up front.
Unfortunate. Puts us behind the 8 ball really there.
Yeah.
As Beavers ends up losing 4 on the play.
You know, some teams, if you let them through like that, you have a chance to get away from them because they're maybe just big. These guys are big and fast. And that creates a double problem for you.
And they had help.
There was a bunch of them back there.
Jameer going over the middle. That one up in the air and picked off. As Beavers trying to deliver it into a short window. I'm sorry, not Beavers. Owens
Jameer.
Trying to deliver it, into a short window. And
Jameer needs to forget about that one. There were 4 guys around that. I think he just didn't see what was out in front of him. That's not good. He needs to learn from that. But it was him trying to make a play.
Well, he came back and made the tackle too. The quarterback laid a hit, which is nice to see. Unfortunate for the Wolves. We did get the first down that we had asked for, but
yes, we did.
Came via penalty. All right, 1st and 10 for Carl Albert. Again, short field, 38-yard line.
And that, you take every other factor in this game, and then they're playing in positive field position all night. That's going to hurt you even more.
Sperry up and down. Gain of 18 all the way to the 20. Dietrich Beavers with another tackle.
And I would not want to be our defensive coaches tonight. Trying to understand where that ball is going tonight is going to be tough. Sperry's a good runner. He's got good feet on him. But, you can't play off of just one guy. They've got guys in all skill positions. Again, another pass across the middle. And I believe he's in for another score if they didn't get him down short.
We shall see as...
That was Washington again, the big number 7.
Yeah, and 3 Wolves there. Zyron Campbell in the mix to bring him down. Dace the first one.
Washington takes it down near the Wolves' goal line.
Yeah, his knee was down at the 1. And that's one of those cases, again, where you have guys in a position to make a play. What we don't want to be doing is playing on our heels. And that's one of the things I've been noticing when we get these guys in position. We're trying to let them make the cut and then see where they're going. Go get them. If you play on your heels, then they're gonna get right around you. You've got to make the first move.
They're going to the corner again. And good defense. The defensive backs are playing well.
They're staying with them. The one big, huge positive I've seen on defense tonight is the fact that we have been in their back pocket anytime they throw the ball.
Yeah, both sides. And Delmone over there again against these big receivers. Mm-hmm. And that's a change. Delmone normally is on one of those linebacker spot or a strong safety spot.
Yeah.
They have him at the corner because of his athletic ability tonight.
Yeah, and he's a big 6-foot guy, too.
Yep. Sperry up the middle for a touchdown.
That was quick. Yeah, Haynes is, Washington is, you sit here and you watch him, he doesn't look like he should be able to move as fast or as agilely as he is.
Yeah.
But he is. And it's it's something to watch.
And I honestly, Monty, I'd say that about all of their skilled players. They are just big. They're big.
Big, fast, athletic, too.
Extra point good, 21-0. Our score, 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. We'll be back after these messages.
Wolves fans, let's get some more winners.
We always ask for Action Physical Therapy, and we always recommend it to our friends. When we're in the orthopedic doctor's office, they always give us the option, well, you need physical therapy. Do you have a choice of where you want to go? And we always ask for Action because we know Katie and Andy Landys, and we trust the service and the care that we're going to get there.
I ask for Action.
Family owned, The Branding Iron, a variety of great foods that everyone in your family is sure to enjoy. Order online or dine in. Make tonight every night at The Branding Iron.
Cornerback too, that 6'4".
As we're back, 21-0 our score. You're talking on the break, Monty, about Washington. Tell us.
Yeah, just the guy who made the long run on the pass play. You know, you look at him as a high school player and you would think that's just a big, tall, kind of lumbering receiver. He's actually being recruited as a cornerback. He's 6'4", 210 pounds. He's the type of cornerback that the major colleges want. Big, tall, big-bodied, fast, athletic. And that is a tough combination to defend, especially when you're talking about a disciplined receiver as well.
Miller going to take this at the 2-yard line and bring it back. He hits the 25-yard line, puts his shoulders down, and gets us up there to 26, 1st and 10.
Yeah, good return by Delmone. I like the fact that he actually returned that, didn't let it bounce through the end zone. You know, make them come get you, make them play you. Let's don't sit here and we need to deliver a few shots. They need to understand we're on the field too. You know, one thing about a team like Carl Albert in a position like this is they might just start going through the motions, and that's whenever you might be able to gain an advantage. You need to stay stay in the game, hitting, making the plays you need to play. He's got 4 wide receivers out in this set.
Jameer Owens coming close. That's Keno Citizen as he's going to take it for the 3-yard gain.
Good delivery by Owens. Jameer needs to come out with confidence. That's a hard pass to make, too, that little pass in the flat like that. You've got to make it quick, have a quick release, and it's a pretty long throw. And so a lot of confidence in throwing that, threw it right on the money, was able to get good positive yards, almost 4 yards, really. Back to that 3 wide receiver set.
Going to be turned right into the rusher, and he goes down a loss of 12.
Yeah, that's big number 54 for them, Mason Avery. Big defensive tackle.
And that's going to move him all the way back to the 17, 19-yard line.
Yeah, that's a tough situation to be in. You had good positive yards on first down. Had some open field there.
Yep.
He tried to feather that in there. You just need to toss it. You need to fully release that. Get it into your guy. Don't peg him with it, but get it into him.
Get a little bit of air under it.
Yep. You've got to give him a chance to make a play on the ball. It's so easy for a football to die if you just kind of half throw them. Mm-hmm. We all know that from playing in the backyard with our brother who would holler at us when we did that.
That's right.
Uh-huh. So we've got a punt again. There's still 3:17 left in the first quarter.
Lance Williams. Nice punt by the sophomore. Turns over. And Haynes on the return as he hits the sideline. And you can really see how fast and smooth they are. Kevin Tyner on the tackle.
Yeah, Haynes, they sealed that off well, too. You know, Carl Albert doesn't become good just by having athletes. They blocked that so well. They knew exactly where that play was going to go. And they sealed off that edge, and he right. The word you used was smooth. He was smooth just going down the side. Let's see if we can stand up to him. Our defensive line has got to get some confidence and get some hat on hat and get up under these guys and start getting some back push if we're going to be able to compete at all in this ball game.
Yeah, and that great punt by Lance, doesn't go unnoticed. That was a beautiful college punt.
Oh, yeah.
They're going out to the corner and incomplete. Campbell on the coverage.
Yep, good coverage. And what he forced him to do on that is that Zyron?
Yes.
What Zyron forced him to do on that was to, if you watch this, he had that was meant to go towards the back of the end zone, just a little jump pass, and he forced him to throw it to the outside shoulder, and that wasn't how that play was designed. So good defense, good defense. Our defensive backs are playing really well tonight.
I agree. They are having their moments. Second down and goal from the 7. Sperry with the give to Robinson, untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Carl Albert.
Huge hole again if you watch the replay, and really all Robinson's got to do is make one cut and go to pay dirt. That guard tackle combination over there, sealed down, pulled up that big fullback like player, number 45, that I guess they call him a H-back now, but they play as a blocking back too, and led into the hole, so any chance we had to get him with our linebacker was gone once he made contact.
Carl Albert looking for their extra point. It is up. It is through and good. 28-0 over the Wolves here on the campus of Oklahoma Baptist University. You're watching Wolves football on ShawneeCTV.
Discount Pharmacy is concerned about our overall well-being. The Labyrinth on St. Gregory's Abbey grounds. If you're stressed, a walk in the Labyrinth may help you feel better. Harrison Discount Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy.
It's Sonic Good at all 4 of our Shawnee locations. Great food, great fun, the best hamburgers in town. Keeps everybody smiling. Parties or gatherings, there's room for everyone. It's always a good time, Sonic good time, at our Shawnee Sonic.
Bank First in Oklahoma offers a variety of personal and business banking services, including accounts, loans, treasury services, and more. Explore online.
Clinic Pharmacy across from the hospital has something for you. Boutique items in Shawnee. All your pharmaceutical needs taken care of at the Clinic Pharmacy.
We have our kick for cash.
28-0 our score. The Wolves down against the Titans from Carl Albert on a beautiful night on the campus of OBU. The Wolves' home field for the 2023 season, Monty.
Yeah, and what a beautiful field it is. It's a nice setting here, kind of right here on the campus, looking back over towards the chapel, and a beautiful night. The football field is just gorgeous. They keep it well groomed.
That one's going to go into the end zone, no return. And yes, OBU enjoys a fun crowd and fun atmosphere on Friday nights and Saturdays here on this field. Of course, if you haven't brought the kids out to a college game, I encourage you to do that.
It's really been a good addition to the community, hasn't it?
Oh yes, it really has.
Value entertainment.
We have had a lot of fun memories over at the Noble and the old Clark Craig Fieldhouse with the basketball over the years, but football the last 10 years has been just wonderful.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a big thing for our community. Of course, they'll be using an integral part of it.
Jameer Owens calling for it. That's Dace Shaw in motion. Jameer around the left side, positive yards. I think he's going to pick up a first down, Monty.
Yeah, I think that was a design play. I think they had an option. He had an option to throw it short across the middle if it came open, but his next option was to hit that corner, and he made the right choice, played that well. Yeah, this is one of those situations at 2nd and 1 here, down 28-0. Where you don't go into this thinking, how am I going to make up 28 points? You go into this thinking, can I at least get a drive put together? Can I keep my defense off the field for a little while? Can I put a drive together and get some positive things happening?
Jameer going around the left side. He's being led by Beavers and going to be run out of bounds short of the first down. He got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that's one of those, you run to the short side, hoping you can string it out and get that extra yard you need to get the first down. You're playing for the first down with that play. As opposed to the long side where you can get a big gain, but you take a big chance of getting a big loss as well. On the short side, that typically doesn't happen, but the didn't work out in our favor. I'd look for a little short pass here, or a a run with Dietrich Beavers.
They're going to put it right on the 30, which should be enough for a first down.
Yep.
As Jameer, with 3 straight runs, gets the first down.
That was Owens, wasn't it? So that was a quarterback keeper. Smart play.
Q trap in there as well.
I think you just putting hat on a hat. Our 2 positive plays have been hats on hats. And just trying to create any space we can.
That's up the middle. Dietrich Beavers, as he picks up, again, 9 yards on first down.
Yeah, you know, one thing this is helping us with, too, on our offensive line is offensive linemen love to run block. They love to fire off and block. You do the option work where you're having them block as a passer, where it's they're disguising a pass run option. It creates, they have to finesse that. This allows them to fire off, be ball players, and I think it's a good, wise decision by the coach.
My fault there. My mistake. It was 25. Q trap on the run. Jameer fakes to the outside. He's going to cut it up. And another first down. A late flag comes in.
Yeah, I believe we're going to get a hold.
We have a flag on the play.
Yeah, we get a hold on one of our linemen. Be a spot foul as well.
Holding Wolves.
That's going to bring up a second down and 11 for the Wolves as they fall behind the chains.
Yeah,
Only the second penalty of the night on the Wolves. That's
right.
That's been a problem. And
again, another well-designed play. Open up a hole, pull a guard back around. Just grab the shirt as he was coming across. I look for
Jameer going to the outside. That's Zyron Campbell. Makes the first one miss, but again, like you said, Monty, a lot of people going to the ball.
Yeah, they populate the space where the ball's going immediately, and they've got the speed to do it from various sectors of the field as well. Let's see a little trickery here. See if the coach pulls something out of his hat with this set. And a straight drop back.
Over the middle, just unable to reach Delmont.
Yeah, I think, we've watched Jameer now over several games. He's been in some tough spots. Tonight, it just seems like a lot of his passes are flying high or long or wide. I think there's a lot of adrenaline there. I think he's trying to make things happen. And again, he just needs to relax, take a step down, and realize that he can't bring that team back by himself. Concentrate on what the next thing is at hand.
Another good punt by Williams. This one a little bit shorter, which works to his favor. Is Q trap down there.
Yeah,
Call it dead.
Good kick coverage. It kept Haynes off the ball. He was thinking about picking that up and running it, but good coverage on the kick. But again, that's one of those situations where you keep yourself in the moment, pass that ball, get it to a wide open receiver. Delmont was running wide. He likely would have picked up the first down. But you play within yourself, and you likely make that play happen. But I'm saying that sitting up here, I'm not a 16-year-old young man who's a really good ball player and really confident. I'm in there playing, trying to make something go for his team.
Well, what I've noticed about it on his throw is he's got a little bit more zip on the throw. I'm seeing improvements in his throwing motion,
right,
and the effect he has with the ball week to week.
His release is getting a lot quicker for sure.
You're right.
So let's see if we can cause some havoc. I kind of half expected the coach to start doing some stunts and things, trying to guess what they're doing and fill in some space, to just try to create anything they can to gain an advantage.
Going out wide to the big man, and a lot of Wolves over there, and that's what's necessary.
Yep.
First one there was Williams,
and then our linebackers were quickly there. Number 10, number 40. You start counting off our linebackers. They were there to support him in that play. And look, he only gained a couple yards.
And that's going to be the end of the quarter as the Wolves go into the second, trailing Carl Albert 28-0. You're watching Wolves football on ShawneeCTV. Together, we're building community, one season at a time.
For 25 years, Eric's has served you and your family for all your prescription needs. Eric and his staff love the community and love seeing you in the store conveniently located on North Kickapoo. Make your day brighter by visiting Eric's today.
For over 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
Hardesty Market in Dell, a real butcher shop for over 80 years. Daily lunch specials just like Mom used to make. Best cuts of meat and even better people. Your family at Hardesty Market in Delhi. Do you want an easy car buying experience? Castor Keys on Harrison. No hidden fees, no price gimmicks. Castor Key Auto Mart for a fair and convenient car buying experience.
My goodness.
Yeah.
As we are back, starting the second quarter, Monty, down 28-0. We have to put that first quarter behind us and just try to win the next one.
Win the next one. You know, you're down 28-0. That's not going to change. Try to win, and every play is a different play. You've got to win plays.
Sperry with all day, and another good play, this one by Dace Shaw as he comes up with the hit. And I think he's excited just to be out there. I like to see him on defense. It's a little less pressure on that ankle that he's had trouble with. It's good to see him excited.
And I think that Haynes kind of shorthanded that ball. He felt him coming, could see him out of his corner of his eye. We also got pressure on Sperry. So we had pressure on both sides of that play, and right now we've got him in a 3rd and long, and that's where we want him. This gives Coach Blitch the opportunity to do some of the chaos that he does now that we're in a 3rd and long.
3rd and 7, Sperry in the backfield with Robinson. And they're going to run the option. Sperry cuts it up, and he's gone. He had a hole, and they're not going to catch him.
That's amazing to see a quarterback run that fast. Yeah.
59 yards on the scamper, quick cut, and the Wolves were beat.
Just wide open grass. Again, it was one of those plays, I'm going to say it again, and folks at home, I'm not meaning to be critical of our ball players, but it's just an observation. We didn't go towards him as he was coming at us. We sat on our heels and then tried to figure out where he was going to go. Guys have to start going to the ball player. Don't play on your heels, play towards the play. It at least gives us an opportunity. Even if he beats you on a cut, it gives you the opportunity to make the play, because if you're waiting for him to get to you, he's likely going to run right past you. We've seen that all night.
35-0 the score. We'll keep it here now, and maybe we can get a shot of that moon just off the corner of the steeple of Rayleigh Chapel. As it's just a beautiful night in Shawnee, as it's fun to be out here regardless of the score, Monty.
Yep, it's a harvest moon tonight.
Harvest moon.
The harvest moon. It's a harvest moon this evening.
I did not know that.
Yep. And I always love the big moons. You know, growing up out in Woodward, Oklahoma, we didn't have a whole lot of light pollution.
Yes.
And so when there were big moons in the skies, they would get to be these massive globes, and you could see them forever.
Yeah.
You know, it's a.
Hey, Braden, see if Ben can pan up a little bit and show us that moon. Let's see it.
Of course, the way the wind blows out in Woodward, Oklahoma, sometimes it would blow the moon off its course.
Check that out.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Oh, my gosh. You know, I can say that I've been up there. I've seen our world from that angle, not from the moon angle.
From the top of the steeple.
The steeple angle.
I was like, what did you not tell me about your days as an astronaut?
Well, we do come from a town of the astronaut.
Yes, we do.
The original, Gordon Cooper, of course.
So were you at the not the top of the steeple? You were are you at the very top?
No, at the windows.
At the windows.
Above those windows, there was a ledge.
Uh-huh.
So there was 2 different spaces.
Did you sneak up there?
Well, it was back like 2 nights before I was going to be married.
Oh yeah.
So some would say I snuck up there. Dace unable to handle that, and he's going to go down.
That we would have been obviously better off just to let it go. I like the idea of trying to make something happen, but that leaves us in a tough spot.
Inside their own 10, where they'll take over 1st and 10.
Again, we see if we can come out.
I think that was Q-Trap, actually.
Was that Q-Trap?
Yeah.
I think come out. We created positive plays that last series. We got hurt by the penalty, the 10-yard holding penalty, and then the pass that just didn't connect. Both of those, and obviously you can't take those back. But that series was a positive series. We were moving the ball. We'd gained 2 first downs. We'd had positive yardage on almost every play. I think he's figured something out, and I would look for him to do a lot of that misdirection running again.
1st and 10 from the 7. The give is to Beavers as he's running hard to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's run down by that outside linebacker.
Yeah, the times when Dietrich, I think probably 8 times out of 10 outruns a guy on that corner.
Exactly. That's Caden Davis, though.
Yeah, Caden Davis is a good ball player.
Yeah.
Good ball player.
He has speed, and he wasn't letting him around. A pickup of 1 for Beavers, 2nd and 9.
Good discipline, too, by their line to kind of seal off the edges as it's going. We'll go back to the run here, I'm pretty sure.
Owens going over the middle.
He fools me every time. The good pass, excellent play by Haynes. Well defended. The route was good. Again, very positive from execution on our side. We just didn't get the ball in there, and I think it has as much to do with them as us. 3rd and long.
Yeah, again, Delmone, I mean, he's a head shorter than Haynes, who's covering him.
Yep.
The quick screen, they were looking at this one. Beavers trying to make a few miss. He does, and he's getting a 1st down as Beavers up the sideline and picks up 20 yards on the play.
An excellent call. They pushed all the defensive backs out. All he had to do was beat the line, and then he can make some moves on those linebackers. They put Dietrich in space against guys that his skill set worked against. What an excellent call. And good execution by both Jameer and Beavers. And our offensive line to block that well.
1st and 10. Nicely done. Meir getting to the outside, and he's going to be run down for a sack just behind the line.
A good decision, though, to pull that ball down. You don't want to do a turnover after a positive play. The last thing you need is a turnover on the next play. He was facing pretty tight coverage all the way downfield. Excellent choice on his part to pull that down. You know, I told you I was talking to Jameer and Delmone over at Kid Space the other day. Well, running short again on time. I'll tell that story here eventually.
Yeah.
It was what they said that really impressed me.
We want to hear it. Jameer Owens calls for it. Makes one miss. It's going to have positive yardage and go down after a pickup of 6 yards.
Good, excellent understanding of where you're at on the in terms of the play. That was, again, an option. He has an option to run that. And his offensive line did a good job of pushing guys out away from that pocket. They kept a good pocket in place. And by doing that, it gave Jameer the option to be able to see space and run.
3rd and 5. Owens to the outside. Going to see if Beavers can make it happen again. This time he's going to be taken down.
Just a good tackle in open space.
It really was. He wasn't messing around there, was he? That was Marcus James, the outside linebacker, 6'4", junior.
Yeah, and James is the other kid, Marcus James, the tight end who's being recruited, 4-star tight end. He's a good athlete as well, big, tall kid.
6'4", 220, not bad size for a high school player.
No,
4th down.
Right at linebacker size.
The Wolves going to try to draw him off sides is what it looked like.
Yeah, gutsy play by the coach. He's got timeouts. He might call one here, depending on.
They're going to go for it. They give it to Beavers, and Beavers is going to break some tackles and make a first down.
A good quick hitter. And, if we can watch the replay on this, one thing, watch the blocking. All they did was seal a hole. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just seal a hole a little bit. And he hit that spot. The tackle pushed his guy out like a pass play. And I don't know that really was a misdirection making that pass block out, but what it did was open up that lane, and that's all Dietrich needed.
9 yards on the play for the Wolves, and they go over the middle. Demel Miller. Del Monte going down after a pickup of 7 on the play as Jameer with another completion.
Yeah, they came back to that same play they overthrew on the previous series, and that time they executed. And again, Del Monte was as wide open on that play as he was the last time. I think that's going to be a good hitter all night because they bring those linebackers out to the side and bring him across the middle. It's just a wide open space out there. It's hard to defend that. You don't have enough guys.
2nd and 6. Beavers up the middle. He's hit right away, and he gets away from the first guy, but there are just too many of them there.
Man, he's
Loss
tough.
of 1.
He is tough.
Beavers on the carry. Bad at midfield.
But again, we still have a 3rd and short. We're at a manageable down and distance.
Field, charge to Shawnee.
So 7:23 remains before halftime. Shawnee trying to get on the other side of the field, just at the 50. You're watching Wolves football on ShawneeCTV.
At McElroy and Owens Funeral Group, your loved one never leaves our care. From your first phone call at the time of loss through final resting, we are with you. Stop by McElroy and Owens for a visit today. L's Jewelry, according to the experts, has everything that you would find in Oklahoma City. Stay home and shop with Shawnee's friendly jeweler. L's Jewelry on Kickapoo. LS Roofing and Construction. From the foundation up, your one-stop shop for your construction and roofing needs. Let Sean and Josh help you. Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen. In before 9, out after 4. Dwight and Darcy, thank you for your patronage to Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen.
As we come back, Monty, you've got a story for us. 2 of the players you meet over at the Kids Space Park.
So Wesley United Methodist we cooked food over at the Kids Space Park, and we're loading up the vehicles, and up walks Del Monte, and I think I'm going to get cut off again here. I'll wait to tell it till the next
and he is Del Monte now in the backfield with Jameer, and those are the 2 that you're talking about.
Right.
As there's a flag on the play, and it's on the Wolves.
And that will drive a coach absolutely bananas crazy.
Again, I did not see who moved, but there was slight movement.
Yeah, you got a very manageable 3rd and short, 3rd and medium. The way you've been playing, the play calling, I'm sure he had something dialed up that gave him a really good chance of being able to pick that up. And now your whole offensive playbook really shrinks down, especially with this defense is what's available to you.
Yeah.
I'd look for that crossing route again maybe. That thing has been working all night. But there it goes.
Over the middle.
It was well defended. That was again that crossing route though, and this time it was number 4. I'm sorry, I cannot remember that. Keno Citizen. That sorry, Miss Citizen, Mama Citizen. Keno actually ran that really well. It was wide open too. They're running about 5 yards out and then cutting diagonally upfield across those linebackers, and it's working every single time.
4th down, Lance Williams. He's been getting some good punts away. He's been busy tonight.
Yes, he has.
Good catch.
Oh, and a nice kick for having to turn back around into that little bit of pirouette. And he's going to see what he can do with this ball.
There's 2 there. Del Monte unable to catch him, and that's trouble.
Yep. That is pure speed. He runs a 4.4, a legitimate 4.440. That's speed.
And he's a big old boy.
He's big. He's quick. All he had to do is make a couple of guys miss. And I think the thing, when you watch this, fans at home, when you watch this replay, watch the blocking along that side. The four guys, the guys who were doing the blocking for him, did not give up on the play. And once they saw it developing, they didn't just stand around. They continued to play with him, and that's what led to that.
And those two guys that he made miss early, he just outran them, were two of our fastest guys.
Yeah.
That was Dietrich Beavers and Delmone Miller. So
yeah, when we talk about our athletes, that's them.
Yeah.
And they're no slouches.
Man.
They give a lot of people problems.
42-0 our score. We're 6:51 away from halftime. We'll be back.
Hey guys, this is Sean with Play It Again Sports. We need your help this month to get restocked on a few items, mainly gloves, golf clubs, weights, and benches. And don't forget, we will pay you cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports. We buy and sell new and used sports equipment.
We always ask for Action Physical Therapy, and we always recommend it to our friends. When we're in the orthopedic doctor's office, they always give us the option. Well, you need physical therapy. Do you have a choice of where you want to go? And we always ask for Action because we know Katie and Andy Landys, and we trust the service and the care that we're going to get there.
I ask for Action.
Family owned, The Branding Iron, a variety of great foods that everyone in your family is sure to enjoy. Order online or dine in. Make tonight every night at The Branding Iron. Discount Pharmacy is concerned about our overall well-being. The Labyrinth on St. Gregory's Abbey grounds. If you're stressed, a walk in the Labyrinth may help you feel better. Harrison Discount Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy.
It's Sonic Good at all 4 of our Shawnee locations. Great food, great fun, the best hamburgers in town. Keeps everybody smiling. Parties or gatherings, there's room for everyone. It's always a good time, Sonic good time, at our Shawnee Sonic. Came in 88.
Came in 88.
We are back as the Wolves trail Carl Albert 42-0 with 6:51 to go before halftime. Doing a little bit of reminiscing. No, Monty, I came to campus at OBU in the summer of '87. My first semester would have been 87.
87?
Yeah, fall semester, and that was your last semester.
Yeah, I would have been a sophomore, first semester sophomore that year. I was spending a lot of time on campus that summer. I worked for the Baptist bookstore that year down at Falls Creek, and over here we worked a lot of camps and meetings.
Keno Citizen on the run as he's going to get it out to the 18-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Wolves.
And I would look for here, the coach, Madonna, he's opened up his playbook. He's applied some misdirection. He's using plays that give his quarterback the ability. Of course, his entire offense is predicated on the quarterback having the options to be able to run pass options and RPO, but they're adding another little layer to that where they're not giving anything away by their blocking schemes, or they're just blocking straight downfield against these guys on what looks like it's going to be an RPO. So what they're doing is they're showing RPO, and then they're blocking downfield and letting Dietrich pick up 5 to 6 yards. I would look for hopefully more of that. They can be successful and get a sustained drive here.
Kevin Tyner checks in late, and Q-Trap arranges to the right. Beavers is deep. They're going to keep it on the option out to Beavers, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds. I'm glad he hung on to that ball.
Yeah, that was quite a pitch. I'm not so sure I would have handled that one.
Well, he got hit immediately as well. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
But a decent play design again. You're throwing them different looks. They've got to be able to account for guys. We do run the option out of that, but it's not something we run a whole lot of. And so you're throwing at a play that's a wrinkle that we typically don't run. See what you can get out of it.
Jameer comes to trap on the outside. Some positive yards there. Q up the sideline. Knocked out at the 33-yard line.
Good pass and catch.
15-yard gain and a 1st down for the Wolves.
Yeah, excellent pass and catch by Jameer and Q. Good positive yardage.
Q having an expanded role tonight.
And that was one of those little flat passes. You push their speed off and then give your guy a chance to be able to make a play.
No chance for Beavers, no gain.
Kevin Tyner seeing some action out at wide receiver tonight.
At the line, no gain. Second down, Wolves.
What I love about Coach Madonna's offense too, and I think what's going to be fun to watch over the years is he runs so many different types of plays out of the same exact look. You don't know what's coming at you, and he doesn't try to bring in power sets to run runs. He runs running plays out of his pass sets.
Beavers with another good catch. He gets hit immediately, but he's going to power forward for 4.
Complete to Beavers.
And a late flag coming in.
At the 38.
That's usually from the sideline, I
Was
think.
that maybe a face mask?
Nope. Might be a sideline warning. I think it comes late.
Wolves fans.
You know, going back to Coach Madonna's offense, one thing he doesn't do a whole lot of is motion. But typically out of this offense, you do see motion, and you see motion that's similar. Again, you're running motion now along with a set that is the same type, but you can run multiple things out of it. And it's once he gets his offense fully implemented, I want to, it's going to be fun to watch Jameer as this year goes along, and next year these guys be able to come back and be in this offense for a couple of years, and later this year as they get more and more used to it, the amount of damage we can cause out of this offense with the athletes we have.
Yes, it's going to be fun to watch.
It's going to be fun to watch.
Years. The flag waved off brings up 3rd down and 6 for the Wolves. Owens with the quick toss. And no chance out there as the coverage there very quickly. And they were trying to get it to Casey Snyder.
Yeah, good defense. Good route. You'd like to have seen him push that route, though, past the chains. If you want to be able to pick that first down up, you've got to get past those chains.
Okay, big play for the Wolves. 4th down, they're going to go for it. From their own 37-yard line. Jameer over the middle, and Dietrich with no chance. As soon as he catches it, he's picked up.
Yeah, excellent play by their defense.
Yep. That tackle by Stephen Harris.
Mm-hmm. And I don't begrudge Coach for going for 4th down there. A lot of people would say you're down 42-0. Why are you going for a 4th down on your own side of the field? Well, you got to play the game.
That's right.
Really at this point in time, it's not about points. The points are the points. You got to give your kids a good chance to be able to come back, make some positive plays before halftime, and they can't do that without the ball in their hands.
Yeah, try to get anything going that you can.
Mm-hmm.
This is Robinson, I believe.
So do you notice that coming at us?
Mm-hmm.
They're pulling that tackle and guard from the opposite side over there.
Taken down by number 6.
Power set. It's that one back set. I mean, we think traditionally of power as being the eye, but it's the eye in 2024. It's just a nice power set. You're pulling those blockers off of that, but it's a multiple because you can run so many different things out of it, like we've got out of a look that's similar.
That give around the left side, Robinson untouched, and all the way down and in a run of 35. Flag down, a run of 35-yard line for the touchdown.
Hopefully that's in a spot with holding. I think it's going to come back.
Yes, it is. Holding on Carl Albert.
I will definitely take that.
Bring it back.
Somebody got a little bit of jersey. Good news for us.
Puts them behind the chains for 2nd down.
But again, that's a play where we had 4 or 5 guys in space that all they need to do is run at him. Now, that's easier said than done. But go make a play. Go make a football play, and that means not playing backwards on your heels, playing forward on your toes.
Well, And honestly, over the last few years, this team has lost a lot of its instincts.
Yes.
And instincts in college, in high school football, are so important. It gives you that extra step. It gives you that extra push. And we're struggling there from an instinct standpoint. I hear what you're saying about that's what you're talking about, going at the ball.
Right. Having that what they call nose for the ball, playing in space well, not getting caught flat-footed. That was a good play, though. We were able to sock him up a little bit, bring enough guys to him, again, that populating the field.
Sperry with Robinson behind him, 3rd and long, 9 to go. They give it to Robinson. A lot of Wolves on him. And Jaden Smith in there. That's Lance again. Lance Williams with the tackle.
Yeah, good disciplined football. Again, populate the tackle. Look at how many guys are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had 8 guys within 5 yards of that ball, and probably 6 of them were sitting right around him. And that's what it's going to take to bring him down. He wasn't able to make a cut out of that. He knew he was down.
We haven't called Jaden Smith's name as often tonight. He had a fabulous step-in game last week against McGinnis. Just a sophomore, another bright spot for the Wolves.
Yep.
Sperry on 4th, going for it. They're going deep. Miller looking for it, and good defense there by Delmone Miller, and the Wolves cause a 4-and-out.
Yeah, this is, if we watch the replay on this too, they tell backs, watch this, they tell defensive backs to get your head turned around, but if a guy's beating you and you've got to make it up for him, you watch his eyes, and Delmone has done that twice now. Dietrich's done it twice down here on the other side of the field. Watch the eyes of the receiver. He'll tell you where the ball's at, and then put your hand right in the middle. You're not face guarding him, but you're bringing your hand right up between his hands. Excellent play.
And it's a test. It's a test for these guys, and I like that they're being tested.
We had a win, too.
One-on-one,
And it was a win for us.
Yeah.
Over on downs, we've got a win on defense. We've had some wins on offense.
All right. 2 minutes to go before half. Jameer alone in the backfield.
Yeah, comes out in those 5 wides, trips on the near side of us over here. 2 wide receivers over on the right.
Picks underneath the Keno Citizen, up the field. Keno, a gain of 20 on the play.
Keno showing some wheels, showing that speed he has.
What I like so much there is how he goes through his progressions, Monty.
Yes. He checks down. You're exactly right. He checks down to his safety valve. And his safety valve had done a good job of moving. He kept going instead of stopping, so he was moving away from his defender. And what the defender had to do, he was also the spy on Jameer. He had to make sure if Jameer was going to run, that he was going to be able to come up and tackle him. So it put us in a space to be able to make that play good. Another good positive play.
Yes, 6 yards on the scramble. Nope, 4 yards on the scramble by Owens. And again, another positive play by the junior signal caller.
Yep. It looked almost, he must have stepped out earlier than what I thought.
Yeah, that's why it was 4 rather than 6, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
Bit of a power set there. Well, trips, I guess. I didn't see that other wide receiver.
Jameer getting his feet, and he delivers nicely to Kevin Tyner. Hold on to it, Kevin. Kevin into the open field. He's going to be brought down by Haynes.
Tyner's got some wheels too. If he wouldn't have had Haynes behind him, that would have been a touchdown.
Another 20-yard delivery, catch and run by Owens. And again, I like he looked off his primary receiver and came back to Tyner.
Yeah. Kevin Tyner is one of those quick guys with a quick twitch. Is going to make an excellent split end.
Owens up the middle, ends up throwing it. Man, he was close to that line of scrimmage when he let it go.
I was expecting a flag to be dropped on that one.
I was too. I'm glad it didn't happen, but
yeah, I'm not so sure he wasn't across that 15 when he threw that. The chains are just a little bit past the 15. I think that's what saved us. I thought they were right at the 15, but they're more to 14 and a half.
He knew his mark.
Yeah.
We'll give it to him.
Let's get this ball in the end zone. We're doing some positive things right now. Good thing to build on for the second half.
Over the middle. Ooh, just unable to hang on.
Mm-hmm. Their linebackers do a good job of playing in space, too.
Owens pass intended for number 4, Citizen, falls incomplete.
But again, a good route.
3rd down.
Decent route.
Yep.
Jameer did a good job of delivering the ball.
3rd and 10 as the Wolves take a timeout. I would think we're in field goal range, obviously. I would think we'd want to take the points and not go 4 downs here. What are your thoughts?
That's one of those tough calls as a coach. You know, your team just has driven, we're driving a 45-yard drive right now.
Mm-hmm.
We've had some good positive plays, big chunk plays too. We've made good decisions. We've had some success. A field goal pays that off if you don't make this. A field goal pays that off. It gives you points. But at the same time, are your kids looking at that as why don't you let's try to get the ball in the end zone?
Yeah.
Because that's also a payoff too. Even if it does, the entire drive itself is a payoff. As I said the last time we were together in Blanchard,
Mm-hmm.
we don't like those moral victories. But in a game like this, you're taking small wins wherever you can get them. And so it's a 50-50 shot really, and I wouldn't begrudge the coach either way. Obviously,
yeah,
that's his choice, and that's why he's sitting in that chair.
Sure.
But I think either way, it pays off to your team just because you've had a drive. Now, what's not going to pay off is if you get penalties and drive yourself back. So we need to play disciplined ball here.
That's right. We want to stay in front of those chains. 3rd and 10 as the Wolves with 1:08 to go in halftime trying to get some points. Ow! Good move. Ooh. Jamar trying to get it. That's going to be an illegal receiver, though.
Yeah, I think they're calling him down, actually.
So,
I think his knee was down when he tried to toss it. And that's it's not a penalty, but that, again, is another one of those things you don't want to see happen. Our field goal team is coming in.
So a 42-yard field goal by Rhett Neese is going to be the opportunity.
Yep.
And Jameer just unable to handle that snap.
Yeah.
A little bit high. But
unfortunate.
Yep. Lance Williams, the holder. Toby Gray, the snapper. Neese with the kick.
That looks good.
And just to the left.
Just to the left.
That's what happened at Seminole. It looked that good right there.
Right, until it went past.
Just to the left of the field goal. So
unfortunate. I'd look for Carl Albert, the Trojans, to take a knee here, go in.
Yes, I would think so. And we'll be able to bring you the band at halftime as the Shawnee Marching Band is going to be performing on the field. We look forward to that. Please stay with us. And it should be an entertaining second half. Again, we're seeing one of the best teams in the state strut their stuff on the Shawnee home field, unfortunately, tonight. But
I would think that we would only see Sperry and Robinson maybe the first series.
Yeah.
And then we'll see the backups. Yeah, they're gonna take it easy here.
Here's
right
Robinson.
At the middle, but you better get him down.
You better. As I believe that was DeMario Joyner who had him at the ankles. The clock will start to run again once they get the chains set. DeMario Joyner, another one we haven't called a lot of tonight.
He's been blocked very well on that edge. I've been watching him. Mm-hmm. He has had very little opportunity. They've been sealing him off really well.
And we're going to go to halftime. Wolves trail 42-0 there in the last couple of minutes. Had some positive things happen, Monty.
Yeah, we had some positive. We were able to drive the ball. Our defense got a stop on 4th down. It didn't turn out to any points, but that entire set of series there, the stopping them, the couple of offensive series before that, we were able to pick up yardage. We know we could pick up yardage on these guys. It's not a matter of our offense not being able to play. It's a matter of being able to sustain it and not make mistakes that are going to cost us, making sure that we're playing good disciplined football. Of course, that high snap was just a very unfortunate thing.
Well, that's going to be our task, disciplined football in the second half. Stay tuned as we'll bring you back for the Shawnee High School Band when they trot out onto the field. You're watching Wolves football on ShawneeCTV. Together, we're building community one season at a time.
At McElroy and Owens Funeral Group, your loved one never leaves our care. From your first phone call at the time of loss through final resting, we are with you. Stop by McElroy and Owens for a visit today.
Back at Hardesty's with one of my newly favorite people at Hardesty's, where the meat and the food is great and the people are even better. And I've got an example of that right here in Jameer Owens. Jameer, after the game at Blanchard just the other night, I come across you at the sideline and I say, you know, man, we're getting better every week. You're getting better every week. And I truly believe that. You had what I've witnessed as your best game against Blanchard.
I would agree.
And, you know, you looked at me and you said, I'm trying. And, man, I have to tell you, it still just gives me chills right now in that moment to know that's the kind of leadership that's on the field for our team. Talk a little bit about your teammates. Talk a little bit about the journey that you've been on over the last 2 years, as you did start as a sophomore as well before getting injured.
Yeah.
And where you feel like you're at today.
Well, after I got injured, that was a major setback. Major setback. I got hurt, and I didn't think I was going to bounce back as good as I am today. I'm not going to lie.
Sure.
And my brother passed away not too long after that, and that really messed me up, like really messed me up. And overcoming that is probably one of the hardest things I've had to do in my life.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to stop you right there. I did not know that part of your story.
A lot of people don't know that, and I don't really tell a lot of people because it's like, I don't want to be like, oh, this is why I'm like, no, I don't want to use that as an excuse. That just fuels me to keep going, to do better, to do the best I can.
I understand that. You know, when my first day of my senior year, which I came out of that day saying this is the best day in school that I've had in my life. I go to bed that night and I'm awoken, and my sister had actually been murdered that day in a state far, far away. And just the juxtaposition of life and death and how truly meaningless all of this really is, and how it's a whisk.
Yeah, how fast you can really lose someone, how fast everything can go. And you can't take nothing for granted at all.
You can't.
You can't.
And so I'm just going to come to this year, my man.
Yeah.
And you're stepping into this year, and you have a new coach. As I understand it, you didn't have your sights in the summer set on quarterback.
No, I didn't. I really didn't. I did not want to play quarterback because I got hurt last year. That's why I did not want to play quarterback. And I was like, no, I can do something else. I'll play defense. I'll play something else. And then they really were like, if not you, then who else? Then I just stepped up, did it, and now I'm in love with it again. So.
Well, the one thing when I ask, and I ask the team and different players, I say, okay, who are the leaders on this team? And there are three names that come up every time, and you're one of those three.
Yep.
And how do you take on that role as leader for this team? Is there anything in particular that you want to exemplify for those who are following you and who are looking up to you? And if so, what is that?
I would say giving it everything you got, every rep, and trying your hardest. Like, even if you're going up against your friend, like, just try. Like, I don't understand why you take something off because, cut deals in practice. Like, you go like this rep, I'll go like that rep. No, like, go hard. Like, get some work in while you're there. We're there for 2-3 hours. Get some work done. There's no point in just being out there, going through the motions if you're not getting progress. I don't see that.
So true. What's different now about this year as opposed to you starting out at quarterback and getting hurt last year? Talk a little bit about the progression that you've come through this year.
Well, I would say my feet work, my pocket presence, and my deep ball has gotten better.
What I notice on the field is you're one of those unique athletes that perhaps you have a bad play, but that doesn't mean the next play is going to be bad. Is that something that comes from from your background, or something that's innately in you? Where do you get that?
I think that's just instinct, to be honest.
Really?
Because I don't really think too much about, that bad play. The last play was bad. This play got to be good. No, I'm just next play, boom, whatever. Whatever happened last play, that's what happened. We can't change that. We can't fix it. It happened. You can't do nothing about it. You can change the play that's about to happen, though, and that's really what I do.
I understand.
Yep.
I understand. Outside of football, Jameer, what do you like to do? What's your favorite stuff to do outside of football?
I like hanging out with the guys, really. We go to kids' space, we chill, play basketball, eat, make fun of each other. That's really the main thing. We like making fun of each other, beating each other up, play fighting.
Yeah.
And
Is that something that you find unique about your team? I notice when I'm around you guys as a team, you are always encouraging one another. You are always lifting each other up.
yeah, that's one thing about us. We have a really, really big friend group. So basically, like all the guys that are varsity, like all the skill positions, and some of the defensive players, we all hang out like almost every single day after practice. Like we'll go hang out, chill, till basically the sun goes down, and then we'll go home.
What's your favorite subject in school?
I would probably have to go biology.
Really?
I like biology, yeah.
Why is that? You like cutting on things, or what is it?
In my biology class right now, we are growing plants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I don't know, that's just interesting to me because it started out as a baby seed, and it grows, and it's like, damn, it gets really, really big.
That's right. It is kind of cool how that works, man.
really
One of
is.
my future son-in-law, that's what he's an expert in, is making things grow and doing
Like
things.
agriculture.
Exactly, exactly. So, man, who knows? That can create a lifestyle. That
Yeah,
can
for
create
real.
a life
it
for you.
can.
It's fun to be able to follow your passions, and it's good to find those in the classroom as well as outside the
Yes,
classroom.
indeed.
As we come out of this first season of 2023, we're 1-2. We were very close to being 3-0.
3-0. It could have been done easily, but the little things is what got us. Little things, penalties. That's really it with the penalties.
How do we fix that, Jameer?
We have to be disciplined. We can't let our minds wander, and we just have to stay disciplined, locked in through the whole game. It's 4 quarters, not your whole life. Like, you got to stay locked in through 4 quarters, and then after that, you can do whatever.
No flags.
Yeah, none. We can't have those. Okay, I understand a little bit here and there, but 70 to like 130 yards worth of flags a game, that cannot happen. That's too much.
It is too much. And you know, what I appreciate is how they talk about it is revving up, because you guys are seeing just how good
Yeah.
that you could be at the high school
Yep.
level. At the younger levels, as I understand it, I mean, you guys rock and rolled the whole time, all the
Yeah.
way through 7th and 8th grade.
Yep.
So now, Jameer, moving to the last 7 games of the season, what do you think the keys to success for you guys are?
The key to success for us, I would say, is discipline. We have to be disciplined in the games. The flags, it's the flags. Everything, it's simply the flags. Our skills can do the job. Our running backs, you've seen, can do the job. Defense can do the job. It's just the little things, the flags, not the offsides, the false starts, the holdings, the blocking the bags. We just need to cut that out, limit them. But then after that, we'll be up there. We'll
You'll
be
be
nice.
good.
Yeah, we'll be nice.
At the end of the year, we come to the end of the year. I want to set my goal with Jameer's goal. I want to support you in what you think would be success at the end of this season for our 2023 football team with these 7 games left. What's the goal, Jameer? At the end, where can we say, well done?
I would say we want to shoot for the playoffs. That's our end goal. We want to make it at least to the playoffs. So if we make it to the playoffs, I feel like that's where we will be nice.
And do you believe that's possible?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like we got it in us.
We're going to the playoffs. That's what
We are going to the playoffs.
That's what our goal is, and that's where we're going to stand. And I'm privileged to sit here with our starting quarterback, Jameer Owens. And Jameer, I yanked you out of class last minute to get this
Yep.
done because I wanted to talk to you. I thank you, man,
Yep,
very much.
You too. You have a great day.
We will. And we'll be back. Dax has got another crowd waiting as you're going to be talking some volleyball in just a minute as you're watching ShawneeCTV, where together we're building community 1 season at a time at Hardesty's. Jewelry, according to the experts, has everything that you would find in Oklahoma City. Stay home and shop with Shawnee's friendly jeweler, Elves Jewelry on Kickapoo.
My name is Mike Booth, and I'm your sheriff of Pottawatomie County. My dad means a whole bunch to me. My dad's work ethic, what he taught me about tools to deal with in life and dealing with people, to give your employer an honest day's work for an honest day's pay, how to be respectful to people but still take up for yourself and protect yourself. And he looked a little deeper and a little farther into something instead of just what had appeared on the surface. So that was a big influence for me in school, in the Navy, and in my current career. I admire my wife, and we've been married for 35, 36 years. I have a deep amount of love and respect for her because of the kind of person that she is. She's been through quite a bit, and she understands and knows sometimes when I come in and it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and I have been out on a scene, whether it's a homicide scene, a manhunt, or whatever, and I'm tired, and she just pats me on the hand or something and just sits there with me. And so I would say she's my biggest influence now. Some of the things that I would like to do, I would influence county government to be better. We have great elected officials here in Pottawatomie County that make it work and work together and make things work. We need a better system to be able to do that, whether that's financing county government, options we do not have that municipalities do have. We're having to operate in the Stone Ages, and it makes it very, very tough. County government supports the people of our county more than anybody else does, more than state, more than federal government. You deal with county government and your elected officials and the people that work in county government on a daily basis. Where you live and how you operate and working and your environment, your safety, all depend more on county government than anybody else.
LS Roofing and Construction. From the foundation up, your one-stop shop for your construction and roofing needs. Let Sean and Josh help you. Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen. In before 9, out after 4. Dwight and Darcy, thank you for your patronage to Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen.
Hey guys, this is Sean with Play It Again Sports. We need your help this month to get restocked on a few items, mainly gloves, golf clubs, weights, and benches. And don't forget, we will pay you cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports, we buy and sell new and used sports equipment.
We always ask for Action Physical Therapy, and we always recommend it to our friends. When we're in the orthopedic doctor's office, they always give us the option. Well, you need physical therapy. Do you have a choice of where you want to go? And we always ask for Action because we know Katie and Andy Landys, and we trust the service and the care that we're going to get there.
I ask for Action.
Family owned, The Branding Iron, a variety of great foods that everyone in your family is sure to enjoy. Order online or dine in. Make tonight every night at The Branding Iron. Discount Pharmacy is concerned about our overall well-being. The Labyrinth on St. Gregory's Abbey grounds. If you're stressed, a walk in the Labyrinth may help you feel better. Harrison Discount Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy. It's Sonic Good at all 4 of our Shawnee locations. Great food, great fun, the best hamburgers in town. Keeps everybody smiling. Parties or gatherings, there's room for everyone. It's always a good time, Sonic good time, at our Shawnee Sonic. Bank First in Oklahoma offers a variety of personal and business banking services, including accounts, loans, treasury services, and more. Explore online. Clinic Pharmacy across from the hospital has something for you. Boutique items in Shawnee. All your pharmaceutical needs taken care of at the Clinic Pharmacy. For 25 years, Eric's has served you and your family for all your prescription needs. Eric and his staff love the community and love seeing you in the store conveniently located on North Kickapoo. Make your day brighter by visiting Eric's today.
For over 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
Hardesty Market and Deli, a real butcher shop for over 80 years. Daily lunch specials just like Mom used to make. Best cuts of meat and even better people. Your family at Hardesty Market and Deli. Do you want an easy car buying experience? Castor Keys on Harrison. No hidden fees, no price gimmicks. Castor Key Auto Mart for a fair and convenient car buying experience. L's Jewelry, according to the experts, has everything that you would find in Oklahoma City. Stay home and shop with Shawnee's friendly jeweler. L's Jewelry on Kickapoo.
My name is Mike Booth, and I'm your sheriff of Pottawatomie County. My dad means a whole bunch to me. My dad's work ethic, what he taught me about tools to deal with in life and dealing with people, to give your employer an honest day's work for an honest day's pay, how to be respectful to people but still take up for yourself and protect yourself. And he looked a little deeper and a little farther into something instead of just what had appeared on the surface. So that was a big influence for me in school, in the Navy, and in my current career. I admire my wife, and we've been married for 35, 36 years. I have a deep amount of love and respect for her because of the kind of person that she is. She's been through quite a bit, and she understands and knows sometimes when I come in and it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and I have been out on a scene, whether it's a homicide scene, a manhunt or whatever, and I'm tired, and she just pats me on the hand or something and just sits there with me. And so I would say she's my biggest influence now. Some of the things that I would like to do, I would influence county government to be better. We have great elected officials here in Pottawatomie County that make it work and work together and make things work. We need a better system to be able to do that, whether that's financing county government, options we do not have that municipalities do have. We're having to operate in the Stone Ages, and it makes it very, very tough. County government supports the people of our county more than anybody else does, more than state, more than federal government. You deal with county government and your elected officials and the people that work in county government on a daily basis. Where you live and how you operate and working and your environment, your safety, all depend more on county government than anybody else.
LS Roofing and Construction. From the foundation up, your one-stop shop for your construction and roofing needs. Let Sean and Josh help you. Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen. In before 9, out after 4. Dwight and Darcy, thank you for your patronage to Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen.
Welcome back to the campus of Oklahoma Baptist University and Crane Family Stadium. as the Wolves come out in second half. Monty Porter 42-0 trailing, but the mindset is 0-0.
0-0. You don't go into this half thinking I've got to make up 42 points. You go into this half thinking, hey, it's even. We had a lot of positive yardage near the end of that second quarter. We can play with these guys on offense. The defense had good success. You've got an opportunity here to drive the ball down the field, show a lot of discipline, and score some points. My guess is they're going to either play their starters to start the second half, one series, and then put them on the bench. They had one guy get hurt at the beginning of the last half. That'll just remind that coach that's what he needs to do, and that's a good start right there. What's that, put the ball 45 for us, or the 40?
Puts it up by the 40 as the ball trickles out of bounds. And that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wolves as Delmone there again, saying, hey, yeah, we'll take the 20-yard line, and if not, better.
Yep.
Actually, 35 is where it's going to go, not to the 40, my bad.
So that starts us. We're still in negative position in terms of field position, but we're a lot more positive than where we've been starting a lot of our drives.
True.
It's a
yes.
But let's go out here and let's this is, like you said, it's 0-0. It's a new ball game. They've already beat us in the first half 42-0, but you know what? We go out and we play a new half, and we try to build on that for next week and see what happens.
Jameer, Q next to him, and Dietrich behind him.
We're in that power back set.
And a little bit of trouble there on the handoff. Not quite sure what was going on.
Yeah, I think that was confusion between Q and Jameer on what the expectation was there. Jameer had read something off of that linebacker playing out in the gap where the end was playing in, and saw that. Q didn't read the same thing, and
that's a quick give to Dietrich up the middle, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Third down.
Part of doing that option that they run is that fullback set. That guy who's playing like a fullback did in the old wishbone has to feel that ball come into his gut, and once he feels it hit his gut in the release, he's got to take it and go. And it's a feel thing. 3rd and long.
Meir calls for it over the middle again, this time going deep to Delmone and picked off. Let's see if Miller can bring him down. He does. That's as good as any punt on the night.
Yeah, I thought it was a decent pass. He kind of underthrew him a little bit. He was thrown against the wind. The play was well ran. The route was great. He was open. Just a little bit underthrown, but you're right. It's as good as a punt. And guess what? They're not starting in positive position. They're back on their 25, which is good for us. And now, again, let's see if our defense can swarm the ball like they were at the end of that half.
Jakir Carter on the interception, 5'9" senior for Carl Albert. Nice play there in center field. He brought it down. Yep,
he played the ball just like you're saying, like an outfielder would. Kept it in his sights as he ran towards the wall.
2 turnovers on the night for the Wolves. Both interceptions. As I think that was Ryan High who made the first hit. And then he had help.
Yes,
they populated the ball.
They populated that spot, and you've got to do that. That's the only way you bring down that big guy. And he's back in there. Robinson's playing this first series. So you've got the big guy in there. Matter of fact, their starters are all back in.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, this is their 6th game. They don't want to lose any. They have to keep momentum going. This is about finishing off the game. They run that power set again.
2nd and 7. And he's over the middle, bouncing and trotting and weaving. As the Wolves do bring him down, he's going to pick up another 4.
Yep.
And Deshaw, I don't like to see that as he hops off the field a little bit.
But we've got him in 3rd down. It's 3rd and short, but that's better than 15 yards on that run play, which is obvious. But in this game, you take every win you can get.
3rd down.
Crowd trying to make some noise.
Yeah, everybody having fun, sticking around. See if we can hold him here. That's given up the middle. Ooh! I thought we were going to get him there, but the block was still intact. he's going to fall forward, a pickup of another 5.
So good backs, and he will definitely come out. Now he's down.
You would think he would. Yeah, you don't want somebody like that getting hurt in a game like this.
Yeah. Yeah, that was quick. It looks to me like maybe he had the wind knocked out of him. The way he got up and kind of was bent over. He's not favoring anything.
Yeah, good for him.
One impressive thing about that run was he showed patience.
Mm-hmm.
You don't teach patience. Patience is a trait that a running back has to develop.
Sure.
Of course, it's easy to have patience when you're at 42-0.
Well, he's shown that from his first carry, I think, Monty.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait for that hole to develop.
Sperry with the option.
Yeah, he's gonna cut it up.
And Ryan High going to bring him down after a pickup of 8.
He's a tough, strong kid too. Good play by Ryan High. Track that down. He stayed with him. Gave us some good positive yardage, but still, though, it was a good defensive play. That option, when you've got a quarterback who understands how to play it, is so hard to defend. And if you're playing athletes who are maybe have a little bit extra on you, it becomes even more difficult. You've got to play towards it. And Ryan, he played towards him, was able to bring him down, stayed on him.
That give, ooh, he pulls it down. This is Haynes, and he's going to be right at the first down marker.
Yep. Way to move towards the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That was your man 16 on that play.
He threw it at the Wolves for complaining, I think.
Something happened, didn't it?
Yeah, well, did you see the blocking happening down the field?
No.
It was 4 seconds after the whistle, and Dietrich was still getting blocked down the field, and the referee was watching it. And he's going to call a unsportsmanlike conduct on the sideline, basically.
Well, sometimes your coach has to stand up for you. These guys are usually pretty disciplined. I'll give Coach Madonna that one.
Yeah, well, I saw what happened and who was doing it. I can just say it was not Coach Madonna.
It was not Coach Madonna?
Not
okay.
Coach Madonna.
I don't want to call it Coach Madonna then. Whoever did it.
Pitch out to the outside. That's Robinson again, cutting it up and all the way for a touchdown.
Wow, speed. Just pure speed. Good read on the pitch. Have you noticed, how we run everything out of multiples with an RPO? Have you noticed how they run everything out of power sets? And it's hard to read. You don't know what's coming at you.
No, you really don't.
And they have so many different options to come out of that.
Mm-hmm.
An option, for example, that's one of the things they can run, and the blocking schemes are very similar.
All right. As the kick is up, and it is through. So with just under 8 minutes to play now in the third quarter, the visitors from Carl Albert go up 49 to the Wolves, nothing. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey guys, this is Sean with Play It Again Sports. We need your help this month to get restocked on a few items, mainly gloves, golf clubs, weights, and benches. And don't forget, we will pay you cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports. We buy and sell new and used sports equipment.
We always ask for Action Physical Therapy, and we always recommend it to our friends. When we're in the orthopedic doctor's office, they always give us the option. Well, you need physical therapy. Do you have a choice of where you want to go? And we always ask for Action because we know Katie and Andy Landys, and we trust the service and the care that we're going to get there.
I ask for Action.
Family owned, The Branding Iron, a variety of great foods that everyone in your family is sure to enjoy. Order online or dine in. Make tonight every night at the Branding Iron. Discount Pharmacy is concerned about our overall well-being. The Labyrinth on St. Gregory's Abbey grounds. If you're stressed, a walk in the Labyrinth may help you feel better. Harrison Discount Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy.
We are back, 49-0 the score. Carl Albert in town. As it's been a beautiful night to enjoy football, Monty.
It has been. Wind's picked up a little bit more, but that moon is just absolutely gorgeous.
Set to kick off for the Titans.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around you being an astronaut, though. That was a shock to me.
Delmone Miller takes it at the 5.
He may have a seam over there he can get on.
I got a
we
foul.
got a flag.
Delmon with a great return up to the 50.
Yeah, got a foul on it. And I'm not so sure it was necessary either, the block in the back.
Yep.
But we have a flag.
You know, that's what happens, though, when a play goes opposite of where it starts, is guys trying to make a play.
Right there in the middle of the screen.
Yep, guys trying to make a play, and the bodies have turned. You're seeing it from one direction. All of a sudden, the guy's running back the other way, and you can't pull back.
10 yard variety.
You see more blocking the backs on those reverse field direction plays, reverse direction field plays on a kick return than I think anything.
Yeah.
Either that or a gunner, running up to the ball on a punt return, and a guy trying to move him off and just catches him on the backside is a little bit of space and speed, too slow. Well, we're starting in a spot now. We got 90 yards to go. Good disciplined balls, good snaps, good reads.
McDaniel checking in there at fullback, and that's Keno Citizen with the handoff. Keno going to pick up a couple. 2nd down and 8.
Yep.
Citizen on the
Well designed play. The blocking was decent. In a game like this, you'll take any positive yardage. That was almost 3 yards, actually.
3 yard gain.
But you'll take that positive yardage, and that sets you up good on 2nd down. I can't remember what old football coach it was that said all you got to do is gain 3.5 yards per play.
Over the middle. And we saw him earlier in the game. That's big number 84 to Darren Sheeter.
Third and short.
Nice pitch and catch on that one. We've been running a little bit more of that power set, too, in this ball game.
Pickup of 6 on that play.
He optioned out of that to more of a sneak, and I don't think we made it.
I think we're short.
One thing about a game like this, though, is you're seeing a guy like Jameer continues to do what he's been taught to do. He hasn't had a whole lot of success. He's had some success in this ball game. But the important thing is he's not going away from his training. What he's been told to do is what he's doing. It's not working out as well as it should, but he's trusting his training. And you've got to trust your training even when the suffering is high. You've got to trust your training.
And there's going to be too many players on the field to start that play.
It goes without saying we didn't need that. Is that Jameer limping?
I think it. Yep.
Well, I have to punt now. Had an opportunity to pick up a 1st down. That series reminded me of something that's happened a little bit in the first half, but it was then we were losing yards. Is just poor punt. Bad snap, and
Gets it out to the 33-yard line, where the Titans will take over.
You know, one thing in that first half that was happening is we'd have these little just miscues, and they were costing us 3 and 4 yards. We were backing up. We had those miscues here. We were able to get positive yards out of them, but the problem is those miscues cost you the opportunity to gain that extra yard that would have put us in a first down.
Yes.
And the same result. You're still having to punt the ball.
Up the middle. Carl Albert again attacking that far sideline.
That's that big tight end running back.
33 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, number 12. Yeah, to James is his name. 6'4", 220, runs like that.
Yeah.
This is coming back. Well, good.
I didn't see where it was dropped.
I'm not paying good enough attention myself back here. It was a spot foul, I think, though. Yeah, it was backed up from the spot, so it's still a first down. Must have been way downfield. You know, it's really easy for those receivers to get their hands back up inside because there's so much movement going on.
Sure.
You get your fingers up inside those shoulder pads, which in some ways is okay if you push up, but if you start to push in and you grab, that automatically becomes a holding. Or you move your hand to the outside because you're trying to get just a little bit of leverage.
Around the right side, in for a touchdown.
And is that Robinson back in?
Nope, that was Caden Davis.
Caden Davis. What year is he?
He's a junior.
He's a junior.
6'1", 210. You talked about Caden a little bit.
Yep. Good, fast, strong kid. Good linebacker.
Yep, and tight end. Is he the tight end?
Now, number 12 is a tight end, Marcus James.
Marcus.
He's the number 12, the one who just received that shovel pass on the called back. But he also is one of their linebackers as well.
The kick up and good. 56-0, Monty. We see it on the screen.
Yeah, that's a hard. We knew this was going to be a gauntlet that we were getting ready to run through. We knew McGinnis was good, and they're going to compete for state. They're going to compete for at least a spot past the first or second round this year.
Sure, they were a semifinalist last year.
Exactly, they're good.
Almost beat McAllister.
Right, and Blanchard's probably one of the best teams in Class 4A. So
sure.
You know, and they've got a lot. They were a senior-laden class. We've watched them. A quarterback who's 3-year starter, actually a 4-year starter. He started some as a freshman even. So we knew this was going to be a gauntlet. What these young men need to come out of this, they've got John Marshall next week. They need to be able to come out of this with the confidence they have in what they've been trained to do still intact, so that they can go in and play a game where there's maybe some evenness and talent and get a victory. Because right now victories need to happen. And it was a long shot today, but they can't come out of this seeing this as a blow to them. It's Carl Albert. You know, Carl Albert played on the top of their game. They have very, very few mistakes tonight.
Carl Albert in 2023.
Yes.
Not long ago, in fact, later, there's one coach that came away with a winning record against the legendary Hall of Fame Shawnee product, Coach Gary Rose over at Carl Albert. But early in the decade, we were neck and neck.
Neck and neck with them.
Neck and neck, and we just need to get back to that mentality.
Right, neck and neck with them, and with the Guthries of the world, we were one of the top clubs in the state.
Yes.
Yeah, Shawnee's got a history here. We can do that. You know, my son is a runner, and one of the things that they teach runners all the time is, whenever you don't perform as well as you did, that each performance is its own. It can't be carried over to the next one. You don't take you take the good and the bad with you and learn from it, but you leave the performance where it's at.
Yeah.
The performance can't affect your next one. It's that way across sports.
Zyron Campbell checks in. That's Keno's citizen. Making a few moves.
Get upfield, Keno. Nice, good run.
Mm-hmm.
Citizen on the carry.
It's going to be a pickup of about 8.
Yeah. Nice run by him. He made a few good cuts.
5-yard. Second down.
The blocking was really good on that too. We sealed them off and were able to open that up.
Again, McDaniel at fullback. The give to Citizen as he tries to make. Not gonna.
No,
try to make that corner.
They saw that coming. They read that. That number 17, all he saw was the film room in front of him. His preparation for the week. Said, "Oh, here it comes." That was read from the very beginning.
Cooper Breakage, number 17 for the Titans.
Still running out of that power set.
Zyron, nobody open. Get rid of it, Zyron. Good job. But that was 3rd and 6.
Yeah. Yeah, again, that's where we had a huge positive, and we can't sustain it. And my goal tonight is to see these young men. We've got what, 12-minute quarters, so we've got 14 and a half minutes. I want to see them sustain a drive, go down and score some points, or just sustain something all the way.
Sure.
This has been a game of attrition when it comes to yards. We've for every 2 steps we may have taken, we take 5 steps back. And I'd love to see him have some success tonight on these guys.
Lance Williams.
Nice punt by Lance.
And they blow the whistle. They're going to say something. Did Lance have his knee down or something?
Punter is being ruled down. Carlisle will take over.
I don't know what happened there. Do we have a replay on that?
Yeah, he went down to get the ball. His knee must have touched the ground as he was stooping.
Let's see here. Yep, it's on the ground. Good call. As he caught it.
You talk about unfortunate.
Yes.
Well, I think they've got all their backups in now. I just don't see Sperry in the game. Number 3 is in the ball game at quarterback.
I got you.
Young on the carry for the Titans.
Cash Ferris. 6'2" senior.
Yep.
185 pounds. The running back, number 23.
Is he a sophomore?
Kavon Young. He's a junior.
Junior as well.
He's listed as a wide receiver.
Is he?
That give again to him. And Jaden Smith on the tackle.
You know, this is one of those situations too. They're bringing a lot of fresh guys. Our first team defense is still out there. It's an opportunity to play guys and play them hard and play them strong, gain some success here too. This is not just we're playing the game out. This is to provide you with momentum going into the next week. And hopefully they can maybe shut down this drive.
Yeah, that'd be
big.
Get the
ball back.
That would be big.
Right where Blitz wants them in 3rd and long.
3rd and 9. They're just going to take it around the right end. Ooh. And it's going to go up for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Titans.
And he had him too.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that was a matter of ankles. You know, you always talk about don't play on your heels. I always say don't play on your heels, get on your toes and go after him. He did that. He just took the bad ankle. But he showed aggression on that, which is good. He didn't. He was going towards the ball carrier, just didn't get the proper angle in. Unfortunate.
So Cash Ferris with the touchdown for the Titans. You
know, I was going to tell you, are we going to go to break after this? I was going to tell you that story.
We'll get that story as it flies through the air. First, I want to recognize, though, Air Force One, one of our sponsors, Air Force One Heating and Air Conditioning. Of course, Bryant Heating and Cooling System dealer. The Muirheads support Shawnee, Terry and Tim. Muirhead and their families are Air Force One. And, of course, Creed Muirhead, you've watched the last 3 years play on the baseball diamond.
Man, the kid, the from a freshman on,
yeah,
just a powerful arm behind the plate.
Yep.
Actually got a pretty powerful bat this last year too. It started hitting for average.
Yes.
Yeah, he was. I'm looking forward to seeing. Can you believe a senior year?
Yeah.
A senior year. But he's
crazy.
He's going to have some offers.
How quickly that comes by. Air Force One, we want to thank you for support of these telecasts. All right, so Delmo and Miller.
So we were leaving. We were packing up from Kiss Base Park, and I turn around, and there's Delmo coming up with another young man, and I didn't recognize him. It was Jameer.
Sure.
And I go over there, and I say hi to Delmo. And
of course, you coached Delmo.
Yeah, he was a coach, and so he comes over, and we talk for a second, and I started complimenting him on some of his work and everything, and he looks at me and he goes, I wouldn't have been able to make that catch you're talking about if it wouldn't have been for my boy Jameer over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so impressed with, and Jameer just looked at him, kind of smiled, and he said, no, Delmo, he makes great catches. I mean, they were complimenting, but the thing that they said is as they were walking on to go over, they're going to go over and play some basketball with some of their friends, I said, now, you guys handling that McGinnis game okay? That was unfortunate. And they looked at me and they said, what McGinnis game? That's in the past.
Yeah.
And they said, we got Carl Albert this week. And
wow,
both of them just without missing a beat. And this the glimmer in their eye was, we're okay. That's past. We're moving forward. It says a lot about the character that the coach is building. They didn't make any excuses. They didn't say anything. They just said, what McGinnis game?
Yeah.
They knew what McGinnis was, and they knew what had happened. But again, this coaching staff is building character as a team. These boys have character anyway. These young men do, but now these young men are being built character as a team, and I think that's such an important step in their progression in their lives.
I agree, and my interactions with them have been the same way. I mean, these kids are impressive.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to be out here, and anybody who can come out and show your support. They very much appreciate it, I can say that.
Yes.
So at the end of the third quarter, the Wolves trail Carl Albert Titans 63-0. We'll be back for the start of the fourth after this. It's Sonic Good at all 4 of our Shawnee locations. Great food, great fun, the best hamburgers in town. Keeps everybody smiling. Parties or gatherings, there's room for everyone. It's always a good time, Sonic good time, at our Shawnee Sonic.
Bank First in Oklahoma offers a variety of personal and business banking services, including accounts, loans, treasury services, and more. Explore online.
Clinic Pharmacy across from the hospital has something for you. Boutique items in Shawnee. All your pharmaceutical needs taken care of at the Clinic Pharmacy.
For 25 years, Eric's has served you and your family for all your prescription needs. Eric and his staff love the community and love seeing you in the store, conveniently located on North Kickapoo. Make your day brighter by visiting Eric's today.
We have Zyron picking it and handing it to McDaniel. 4-yard loss to start the fourth quarter.
Coach getting some of the backups some playing time. I think that's good. I watched Zyron in junior high school play a lot of ball. And big, tall, fast, has a tremendous sense about the field about him when he's running.
Got a good arm, too.
Oh, yeah, good arm.
Trying to get it outside, just falls incomplete.
We talked too about this team. The cultural change is being made here on the team level, and a new day in Shawnee football. Coach Madonna has it with a bunch of sophomores and juniors too. This team is heavily laden with underclassmen, and not just juniors, but a lot of sophomores and freshmen coming up.
Zyron going deep. Oh,
just missed him.
Yep, had the opportunity there.
Yes, he did. Just missed him.
That was Darren Sheeter again. He was throwing for.
Fourth down, Wolves.
Punt team come on. You know, I've had a lot of vantage points in Shawnee. This is one of the better ones, isn't it?
It is a very nice one on a night like tonight.
It really is. It's like we have our own big screen in front of us. You realize that? Yeah.
It's right.
Yeah.
Taken at the 49-yard line, and I think that's Q Trap with the stop.
Yeah, makes the play.
Yep.
Nice stop by them. That play looked like it might go for long yardage. And he was able to step up and make the play, get position on him, drive through him on the tackle. Impressive defense on that play. Here's where I hope this defense again, they've got an opportunity here to play some good, strong ball. We hoped for a turnover and downs the last time. Got away from them a little bit.
Good.
Nice tackle.
DeMario.
Yeah, it's DeMario. Able to get off some of those blocks that's been on him. They've been queuing on him, too, all night.
Yeah, they've kept him out of there.
Yes, they have. He's such a disruptor from the backside, and I think they realized that. They scouted him very well. Nice play by him tomorrow. I want to see him get some success in this ball game.
They put him behind the chains this time.
He brings a certain amount. DeMario brings a certain amount of quickness to that tackle spot that you typically don't see, and I guess that 3 technique, 4 technique, that down lineman, and he's fun to watch from that position.
Up the middle, and a host of Wolves there. We see Ryan High, Jaden Smith, and again DeMario.
And that's fresh back too against a defense that's had to play a lot tonight. So good play by those young men.
Brings up a 3rd down and long.
3rd down.
Again, all night long, Carl Albert playing on a short field.
Right. Few have started on the other side, but you're right. They've played 50-yard in almost the entire night. Which, that's how you build success as a team. This is, they talk about complementary football.
Bring him down. I think that was Lance Williams riding him high. And down low is Skelton.
He's spotted at 34. Bring up 4th down.
Nope. I guess the one that I caught was Lance Williams. I thought maybe I saw 73, but I believe it was 23 I caught late.
Oh, on the tackle?
Yeah.
I could believe that because Lance is usually all over the field, even if he's getting blocked. Next week we got John Marshall.
Homecoming. We want to invite everybody out to OBU.
I think that's going to be a good ball game for us.
That's one of those even things you were talking about.
Yep.
The Wolves quickly in there was Jason Hare. And that's going to be a 4 and out.
4 and out.
Good defensive pressure by the Wolves.
Yeah, important. And they didn't give they have very few yards too. And believe me, the backups for Carl Albert are good.
Yeah, sure.
That's the reason year after year they put together state runner-ups or state championships. So to be able to come up against their B team and play that well, it says something about our defense, which is tired.
And interestingly, the size differential is now more even.
Right. And I would imagine the speed and quickness differential is beginning to get a little more even too, because we've got some good athletes.
Sure, I would agree, 100%.
I have been very, very impressed with our linebackers all year and the way they play laterally, and they were in on every single one of those plays.
Let's see, who is that taking the snap? Almost intercepted.
That was close, wasn't it? Who is number 29?
29 for the Wolves. I hadn't called in a while. I don't have that number on my sheet.
So one more thing I was going to say about our linebackers, you know, that's where Lance Williams, I think, has been so impressive as a defensive end. He almost played, well, I think in that system, it's a 4-3, but the ends can play like a linebacker in terms of pursuit. Lance plays like a linebacker.
Yes.
He really does.
The ball popped out, and Carl Albert falls on top of it.
That is a tough break.
So the Wolves with the third turnover of the night. Again, just evidence of Carl Albert in our territory to start their drives.
Yeah, I don't know that not having penalties, not having turnovers would have changed the course of this game. But again, it goes down to that growth that we've talked about and the ability to become a better version of yourself as a person and a team, or a player as a player in a team.
Yep.
Then we're still a work in progress. We really are, but that's okay. These young men seem like they're taking up the mantle.
Come on. Ouch. It's going to be a 39-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, that hurts.
We've had a few of those.
Yeah, we have.
In this quarter.
And that may just be some tiredness, too, starting to show up. Unlike a lot of the way we've played in this half, that was a lot of arm tackling, you know, just kind of putting yourself out there. Play that really never translates, even in a tight game, into success.
Up and through.
But this has been a long game for this defense.
They've played, a lot of football.
A lot of football. And a lot of football against people who, you know, it's against a team that we'll just say it's better than we are. Has more athletes than we do. Trying to match up to that as an athlete is going to wear you out.
It is, and Monty, we get to start looking for a player of the game. And tonight, as we discuss it, a player that we called a lot and who has been coming on each and every week recently has been Lance Williams, just a sophomore.
Yeah.
You don't want to give it to the punter necessarily, but he has had eight punts tonight, maybe 10.
Yeah, he's been put in some awkward situations too.
He really has,
yeah.
And then also he's playing some good defense over there on defensive end.
Yeah.
Who else might stand out for you?
You know, I think as you were leading in talking about this player who kind of started to come on, and
yeah,
I was gonna say, let me guess, put on my crystal ball and my little hat and see if I guess who it was. I was gonna say Keno Citizen.
Yeah.
Keno's been another young man tonight who has every opportunity he's gotten tonight to play. It's been full on. Not everybody's put full on effort, but thinking about a young man who's trying to find a spot for himself on the team. He's had positive yardage. He's caught some very hard balls.
Yep.
Tonight, he's given his team a chance to have some success. If we were to do an offensive and a defensive, I would give it to Keno and Lance
on offense.
Keno on offense and Lance on defense.
Okay, so we have one player of the game.
We have one player of the game.
And so I would say Lance on special teams might put him over the top. A defensive player and on special teams.
Or we could give it to Keno Williams.
We could just make somebody up.
I would go for Lance, and I think that's also it's a testament to Lance's consistency too on the defensive side of the ball.
Yes,
he's been doing it week after week. And, we just talked about how he plays that defensive end like a linebacker. That's making the most of your skills. He's very good in lateral pursuit. He's got a lot of quickness. And he's a bright and shining star too. He's a junior this year, but we've got him for another 15 ball games at least.
Yes.
And he is a player, and hopefully a lot more than that. I think he's got an opportunity to really shine. But I would go for Lance too.
All right.
And I think they're letting the clock run, by the way.
So our B&B, let's throw that back up there. BB Woodwork, player of the game for Carl Albert game is going to be Lance Williams, just a sophomore. And we're giving a sophomore the player of the game in one of the toughest scenarios that we'll be watching all year long.
Is he just a sophomore?
Just a sophomore.
He really?
That is so crazy.
Yeah, I've known the Williamses for years. I guess I just think of him as being a little bit older than that. Yeah, Lance has always been so mature. Wow. So we had him for a lot more than 15 games. We got him for 2.5 more years.
Yeah. Well, and now I've got Lance here as a junior, so maybe he's a junior. I know that I had him as a sophomore on another page.
Yeah. We like
Lance Williams.
Well, Lance Williams. Yeah.
Lance Williams. Junior, sophomore, whatever you are, Lance, you can fill us in.
Not Keno Williams, Lance Williams.
Well, Keno's in it for next week, maybe. We'll see.
He might be.
He keep playing like he's playing.
Yeah.
And I definitely agree that Keno's had a pretty good game tonight.
Yeah. And one thing I want to say about Lance, too, is he comes a shout out to his dad, Tom Williams, who's on the coaching staff. He's a Shawnee police officer. He's a youth minister at his church. Tom is one of the good guys, just one of the absolute good guys. I think he was even officer of the year maybe last year. And his mom, Teresa, is just a wonderful lady as well. Yeah.
Congratulations. And thank you to B&B BB Woodworks for bringing the player of the game to fruition for the remainder of the year. We'll be picking them.
I think that's a good thing. So this is new, right?
This is brand new.
This is brand new. Well, good.
Oh, Billy Brown gave me a call and said, I want to do a player of the game.
Is he B&B Woodwork?
He is, and I believe he's the one that was 3-1 against Gary Rose.
Yes.
The only Shawnee coach with the winning record.
That was Billy. Yeah. Well, I knew Billy loved
Gary
woodwork. He's quite talented too.
Oh, he is. He does beautiful work.
Yeah.
As the game comes to an end, Carl Albert beats Shawnee 70-0, and we want to invite everybody out for homecoming next week.
Yeah, we always think about a takeaway from a ball game. That's my takeaway. John Marshall. Let's forget this as a fan base, as a couple of radio guys or TV guys, as a team. You forget this ball game. This is what it is.
Move on to the next.
Move on to the next.
Homecoming next week. We'll bring it to you. It'll be fun. Remember, all of us together, we build community one season at a time.